Hello, everybody. I did not mean to make that voice actually. It just came out the thing. Hello, everybody. Yeah, I don't know why. Well, I think that's my excited voice. Hello, everybody.
Yeah, there's a lot of pent up excitement in your voice.
Yeah, I don't get to say hello to many people much. Like I'm actually a recluse.
Yeah.
Outside of this, I don't even see the light of day.
Yeah.
As you can tell.
So we are the Lords of Lobang, and I'm here in the studio with Sean and Deben.
Yes, I'm the only one that lives up to that name though. Lots of Lobang. You guys look like you've seen the
we
light.
are the Lords, you are the Lobang. Yeah, that's how we came up with the name.
So you're trying to say you're my lords?
We are. I won't say Lords because being Asian, I call myself Emperor. Yeah, I'm the Emperor.
Qin Shi Huang
Yeah,
with your terracotta warriors.
Emperor Josiah.
Josiah.
Yeah, and plus Josiah is a name from the Bible in
Is
Old
it?
Testament. So I was born to be a king. Yeah, I was born to rule.
You're born to rule.
Yeah,
You're born to rule over all you see,
all my subordinates.
all the semen you can see.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All the creatures.
all the people
All
you
the
can see.
creatures.
All the creatures that you before. Who else does this? Who
Um,
else rules over everyone with an iron fist? Where you have to follow their doctrine to the word.
Saladin during the Ottoman Empire.
Ottoman Empire.
Yeah.
And what were the things that he preached? Oh no, the things that the book that he read preached.
The
Did you guys miss out another one?
What? Who?
who?
Lee Kuan Yew.
Whoa.
It's okay. It's about time.
He's already got like the.
Yeah, I've got an itch on my leg.
He's already got the
I've got my itch on
The
my
moment
leg.
he came out, I was like, oh no,
Yeah.
no, I cannot. We were trying
I think
to-
that's the ISD calling me.
I think we were trying to get into the whole thing where we can lead it into a segue. I think we took too long lah. That's
Yeah.
why you got. We're gonna talk about what happened this week with movies.
This past week
Past
Yes.
week
in
with
Singapore,
movies,
Yeah.
right?
the Malay community.
It's in uproar.
Yeah, like I wouldn't want to say Muslim community as a whole,
Yeah.
because the other topics that we have would not actually support that. It will be more towards Malay
Someone-
community.
Yes.
The richest
And I think like we are quite a multi-diverse podcast. I'm Chindian, you're Indian, South Indian, and then Sean is
I don't know.
Chinese with a bit of Jewish blood in there. Might be from Poland, might be
No,
from
it's majority Jew, minority Chinese.
minority
Yeah.
Chinese. So we are very diverse, but we don't have a Malay representative. So I think like today we want to talk. We want to bring the Malay culture and the Malay community into the spotlight.
And we should say something as well. Like
I'm eating pork when we talk about the Malay culture.
not that.
Pork tastes
That goes
amazing.
without saying.
bacon.
Bacon, crispy
That-
bacon.
That this is a haram podcast.
Yeah.
That goes without saying. But what we should say is that we have invited multiple Malay friends,
Yeah.
Malay acquaintances.
Have they all declined?
They have all declined.
Because of shit like that. lah.
and they have given multiple
and shit like this.
excuses for that,
Yeah.
or their reasons for not coming on,
We believe that
which we discount totally.
exactly.
It is just a cop out.
We are a very genuine and
You
honest.
gutless fucks.
We are a very genuine and honest podcast. Whenever you want to guest on our podcast, you have to walk. You have to be baptized by fire, and by fire I mean alcohol. We douse you.
That's a vaccine. You're talking about the vaccine.
we douse you the vaccine and we set you on fire. If you don't catch up, if you don't blow up in flames, then you can join us on the podcast.
Yep.
Because we know that you are a real person.
Because
Remember,
this
his
studio
door
is guarded
only
by
locks
people.
from the outside.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
wait,
and
oh,
this studio
yeah.
is guarded by people who actually were active in the Salem witch hunts.
Yeah. That's how we got our powers. Actually,
Yeah.
we kill the witches, we steal their book, and then we practice them.
And
now.
they refurbish the pyre and then they were used on.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you chop away all the charred parts, right? It makes
Yeah.
really good solid wood,
Yeah.
and that's how you get the finest dining table.
You know, I'm just gonna make it clear, lah. You know, history is written by the victors, but it's also been blemished by the fact that we're hunting witches, but it's not. We were hunting virgins. We wanted to find the best virgin in the land, and then we were afraid that people might come in and call us perverts. So we decided to go with no, we are hunting witches because they're bad. but actually we're just gathering all the best virgins in the land. so
Wait,
they can
by
fuck
we,
them.
who are you talking about?
You.
I'm talking about my ancestors.
Yeah.
He's talking about the Christians.
Like no. He's talking about the other half of him.
Yeah, the good half. The good half.
good half.
Choose the
Yeah.
choose the proper half.
But
man.
but we should also say this, that the powers that we have amassed
Yeah.
or gathered has not been effective when it comes to translating it to listeners and viewers.
No.
That's the only place where it has gone down the drain a little bit.
Yeah, but slowly I think we're gaining followers. So we are playing the long road, the long game. Yeah,
really
we're
long
taking the
one.
long
Or
road.
we're just going to tell to ourselves that we don't want mainstream success.
We're
we-
scared of it.
Yeah, we do not want to sell out.
We are indie.
We are
people.
worried.
Yeah.
Like no,
Yes.
success will get to our head really, really easily. We're not gonna. I'm not gonna lie. Like if we were to get successful, it will get to my head. I will flaunt
Exactly.
it. I will go around like you. Bow down to me, peasant.
This we are the Beatles before they went to America. This is it. This is it. Decades from now, people will be listening to us and be like, "These guys are fucking
Have you
geniuses."
all seen
There might be another reason as well
What?
for us being so happy that we're not that big, or we're not big at all.
Yeah.
We're tiny, because we don't have to get a license.
Exactly.
Oh,
Exactly.
shit, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. We can say whatever the fuck
But
we
have
want.
you all seen Coming to America? The Eddie Murphy movie.
A long time ago.
Long time ago.
Coming
Is
to
that-
America.
Yeah, that's what I'll do.
Yeah.
I'll get those
Yeah.
people that will throw petals.
Is that what all Africans say when they're on the ship to America?
Coming to
Yeah.
America. Yeah,
That
that's-
was bad.
is-
No, that was not bad. That was actually good. But
yeah.
but you need to know a little bit of history to enjoy the joke.
Yeah. True.
That, I
You
thought
need to
it's-
go back 200 years into
but
the
in that
past.
case, it's
Yeah.
coming on America.
200,
right?
more than that. lah.
More than that.
I think it meant the other way around.
About,
On.
I think we're
Oh.
going back about 500 years.
No, but that's the thing. It's like if I was that famous, like that's the whole thing. Rose petal or sunflower seeds. You know, they throw it before I walk. So even want to go Pasar Malam also same thing. Whole
Rose
place-
petal.
No, sunflower seeds also can.
Sunflower seeds.
Yeah. Rose
Right.
petal maybe like
Rose petal's wedding, dude.
No, but too obvious.
Right.
Sunflower seeds you throw on the floor, right? Because
Still can
like, yeah, still can eat. But rat problems so maybe not. I don't know what we can throw. 10-cent coins, whatever lah. I would get them to throw something before I walk there lah.
Right.
Maybe
right.
Kleenex.
True.
Because of the pandemic. Whatever happens. Or sanitizer sprays. That's why we don't want success to get to our heads. And that's why we're covering this issues that no other podcast will cover.
Yeah.
Because of the backlash
Yeah.
that may happen if we
Yeah.
had the license.
That is true.
It'll
That
be
is true.
interesting if OkCupid ever touches any of these three.
OkCupid?
Hey, OkCupid. Okay, let's go.
Right.
Oh, wait, no one has talked about OkCupid, if I'm not wrong. I've
OkCupid.
not seen anyone talk about that app.
There was once I was using OkCupid and it's shit.
Hey, I-
It's so terrible, dude.
I had
It's
one
fucking
match on it.
horrible.
Okay? I think I went on a date on that one match. Yeah, but
It is-
No one
that-
that I matched on OkCupid, I wanted to see them in real person.
Yeah, that app is pure filth.
Yeah, compared to Bumble, okay, so first for me is Tinder because that's where I had my most hits. So it's number one for me. Second is Bumble because that's where I met the girl that almost gave me a kid. And then the
Wow.
and then the third is
You are so confident that the demographic of this podcast won't be anywhere close to one particular hospital.
Because-
another
Like, wow.
benefit
Yeah.
of
You know-
being off the grid,
Of the grid,
distancing,
yeah. And the reason why I can say it is because that girl who almost gave me a kid, I don't think she's working in a law firm right now. She's probably been fired, so she can't sue me.
But
Yeah.
I've actually seen that girl on Bumble multiple times.
Oh,
I
yeah?
screenshotted her thing to send to
Yeah.
him also.
I mean, hope she has a good life.
So she's still on there, so that actually you can gather quite a bit of information from that.
She's always on there waiting to meet the next guy she can get an abortion with.
Lim Wei Ming.
Oh fuck!
Her nickname should be sperm receptacle.
Lim Wei Ming.
Hashtag come in me.
So what's our thought? What is our thought? Sorry, we went so
Yeah,
far.
we
off.
segue. We went down the dark
We've
path.
gone
Let's come back into the light.
into
No,
the
but
lobang.
okay, we went into the filth because the first topic we're going to talk about is pure filth,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
This was an
Okay,
example.
so
yes.
did you guys know about a social media platform called ME or MW or whatever fuck shit that is?
Right.
No.
It's like meant to be like a Facebook, like an alternative to Facebook.
Okay.
I never knew about it.
I never knew about it, to be
Right.
honest. Yeah.
So until I saw the article,
Yeah.
saying that there was a poll on that platform.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure whether it's MEMW or whatever fuck shit the name of the platform is. So there was a poll where somebody placed like quite a fair number, like maybe more than 10 or what, Muslim religious leaders or teachers or
Right.
preachers, whatever you want to call them, female Muslim leaders or
Yes.
preachers, place them on a poll saying that who would you want to bang in a gangbang?
Right.
All right.
Yes.
Sounds like a poll I want to take part in.
No. See, no. The thing is that you would expect, like, oh, you think they will expose the lady's private life or some self.
Okay, wait, hang on. Before you go into that, the pictures that we have on the poll,
Yes.
they are just
all blurred out.
That's the thing.
no. So they're just screenshots, headshots, body shots. What kind of? I think it's just
No,
headshots,
it's
right?
just them in their
Normal
which is
wear with
covered
tudong,
with
with
the-
covered. Yeah.
Yes.
So all the women in this in the poll are all religious teachers. They are fanatics.
Not where I wanted that to
They-
go, but
no, I mean fanatically religious in a sense that they are
on,
Wei Ming.
utterly devoted to their
utterly
religion,
devoted to the religion and to their husbands or boyfriends.
to the line of yes.
Don't knock
their
on my door,
line of-
ISD. I said the right things.
ISD, Movies, everyone's gonna knock on your door. So no one day
They're not listening to us.
hello.
It's okay.
Hello, you thought we weren't listening, but we listen to everything. We catch up on the words. You say hajib, we know.
Okay, so how many people took part in this poll?
Hajib.
Sorry.
Hijab.
Hijab. So I
Hajib.
keep mix it. What's a hajib?
I don't know.
There's
Hajib sounds like the girl on Tinder that I swiped left to.
hijab. Sorry. Yeah. So Movies stumbled upon it, and of course they denounced it lah.
Right.
Because actually most of it is not. At first I was wondering why. Like this is like I okay. Admittedly, I don't read all the stuff you all sent to me,
Yeah.
so I usually just read the things like.
We know, Sean.
I was like, why? It's like it's just religious leaders lah. I mean, you can like say that one's quite cute lah. Then I read a little bit more and said like, oh, they weren't just talking about like this one's cute, that one's hot. They said like, hey, this one on gangbang not. That one on gangbang. I was like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
because like, you took it to a different level right there. So hey, that one quite cute. This one no, that one gangbang.
Right.
I'm like, these ladies are covered up.
Yes.
Yeah.
They are in your in a traditional, like in the required garment that your religion tells you that is, you know, keep you modest and keep you keep yourself private to your loved ones and not to strangers, you know, to keep you pure, like that sense. And you know, this is you all coming out and showing to the world how repressed you actually are. Not
Yeah.
only by the government rules that we already have, but by your own religious belief.
So, when they say which girl do you want to gangbang, in order to have a gangbang on a girl, you need at least 5 guys. Do they have at least 5 people who follow the poll?
They got
more than that.
How many people
They got more.
voted on the
I think 20-something people.
20-something people? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That you can go for a record already.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah. So that was what happened,
Okay.
right? And I think people screenshotted that shit and started sharing amongst the Malay Muslim community in Singapore. Eventually, the authorities got wind of it.
Yeah.
So Movies said that this is horrible. This should be immediately be removed. No, it should be investigated. All those things. If I'm not wrong, the minister Josephine Teo also said that this such
Our
misogynist-
president also,
yeah, Halimah Yacob, she said something about it as
but
well.
she was not inside.
Yeah, she was not inside because she's not a religious leader.
Jesus Christ, Sean.
Lim Wei Ming.
I couldn't resist. I'm sorry.
If she's inside, I'll just give her 1 vote,
And
so that she won't feel left out. You get what I mean?
Lim Wei Ming.
no,
I'm
but
I'm sorry. yeah.
But that one you need another vote. That one you need another poll. Who was the fuck am I?
Lim Wei Ming.
and make at least like 100,000 a year.
I must thank you all
Yeah,
for not
she-
leaving me there
She-
alone.
yeah, to bang someone like that, that person got to give me money. you
Yeah.
know? Yeah.
Thank you for not leaving me out there alone.
No, we got your back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By getting your back, I mean like when you're gang banging a girl,
So
we're
you
going to
clean-
push your butt
You
down
can
into
clean
her,
the stuff that's on my
Yeah.
back.
so that we're
Uh,
gonna- we-
yeah,
Yeah,
that
okay,
sick people
so,
must be
so that
blind.
happened, and then you had all the ministers coming out to detest whatever happened there. You had Muiz, and then you had the president, and then you had Muslim girls, ladies, and all coming out to say that, oh, this is abominable, and all this kind of shit, or so bad. What kind of misogyny and all this kind of shit. Our country should not stand for this. Our community should not stand for this, and all.
Yeah, because
So it's, and then you know the most interesting thing for me is that universally, or like predominantly, you've been hearing the terms misogynist. This kind of behavior is not acceptable. Sexualizing women is not acceptable. Whatever. Okay. It is a little bit worrying. It's really worrying. Because the standards that are being upheld here seem a little bit contradictory.
right. Okay.
Number one, Muslim men and Muslim women do not pray in the same room. So there's segregation there
Yes.
while praying.
Yeah.
And there's no big hoo-ha when it comes to that. But there's a huge hoo-ha, misogynist. The Muslim men don't need to cover up.
I think the reason why they don't pray in the same room is because they don't want to be distracted, right? Or something along those lines. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
no, but there are reasons for everything, lah.
I mean,
their belief is actually for wearing all that, right? Is to guard the lady's privacy, because it's only meant for father, husband. The only person that should see you is your father, brother, anyone close to you, not strangers.
Even that,
So they
Ashon,
separated you.
even that reasoning,
Mm.
there's a huge debate
Correct.
within the Muslim community
yeah.
itself
yeah.
that says that this is part of the Quran, and some people are saying that this is
No,
not in
yeah,
the Quran
the
at
interpretation.
all. So it's the interpretation that even Muslims themselves
Because I
are actually arguing and debating about.
I just read. I read a small. I'm not claiming to be anything, but I think they said that it came from the part where the Prophet Muhammad said he separated when someone came to his house, he separated his wives from them from a curtain, and they called that the hijab. What was the thing? Not hijab.
Hijab is the
I think it used to mean like a veil or a curtain or something. So
veil,
it's to
yeah.
keep them separate from it thing, and there was lots of interpretation on how to they use that to, like, you have to keep
You know,
your
but
modesty.
in order to fully interpret the Quran, you first got to learn Arabic, because
Arabic,
that's the language
Yeah.
that is written. But then again, I don't want to learn terrorist.
Yeah, no.
Lim Wei Ming.
Okay.
It goes against my faith to learn the language, because
Yeah.
then I'll be betraying the God, my God.
The God. The God.
But
The one and only.
then your God is quite dumb then.
My God is the vaccine that will protect us against COVID-19.
the God.
the
Because
one-
if your God is afraid of a language,
Pfizer.
oh.
No, the thing is that the lack of the interpretation thing is also everywhere. And it's even in the Bible.
Yeah.
How they interpret the Bible and some things, and it's also a clue into the narrow-mindedness of religious texts.
Yeah.
How people only zero in on the things they want to use when it suits them, and ignore everything else. I think for Christian texts is how easily you can get stoned for doing something very.
Oh man, you can start from
like-
Genesis and onwards. So
Yeah.
like you
Yeah.
can.
Sorry,
You just had to read the fourth book of the Bible, Leviticus.
Leviticus, yeah.
And then you get to see how fucked up the way they live. they live at that
I
point.
can't quote the Bible. I don't know where it goes.
That's where the whole thing about not eating pork, not eating shellfish, not eating different animals because it's unclean, so on and so forth. Yeah.
Admittedly, I learned most of my Bible verse from wrestling.
Yeah, and also what the what
Austin 316.
Austin 316. Okay.
Rey Mysterio 619, I think.
619.
Jesus Christ.
That's actually his area code.
There hasn't been a wrestler known as Jesus Christ. So Jesus Christ 1-1.
Yeah.
Genesis, but yeah.
But the Old Testament and the Quran has a lot of things in common. Like for example, a woman who's on a period can't go step into a temple or into a mosque to pray because they are considered
Same thing
unclean.
with Hindus as well.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, don't step into a temple.
right. Are they afraid that?
But that applies to anyone who's bleeding, lah.
But is it
yeah,
real?
they're just afraid that they will
Yeah.
leak out,
I
and
think for Catholics, it's just wipe the chair as you leave.
Is it?
yeah, they just clean the boy's bum with a wet wipe,
No,
and they be like, "Get on your way."
the priest will go and lick it up.
Yeah, this is the blood of Christ.
No.
I think I'm
I
iron
made that one
deficient.
up, please don't.
No, I'm iron deficient. I need to consume more iron in order to be healthy.
Don't wear white skirts.
Yeah.
If you're on your period. Then
No, but that's the same thing with Hindus as well. Women don't go to temple or do any religious ceremonies or offerings or anything like that when they are on the period.
I thought it's because of an episode that
So
happened.
it's considered as your unclean because
Right.
you're flushing things out of your body.
Right.
But somehow the practice is also followed when you are bleeding. If you're bleeding, you also don't do anything religious.
So it's not based on any past occurrences, like when a lady went there and she acted out or something.
No.
Like the priest just went on and then maybe it's like achoo.
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's not one of those like because in your period you get like a bit angsty and you shout the priest.
I think this is
fucking
just
faggot like that. No.
That's women.
yeah.
Yeah,
I think this is just excuse, because I think they just want to say that when women are on a period, they start acting even more unrationally,
Maybe
illogically.
because
And they just like
the things that they didn't
started
take
shouting at everyone for no reason, and
Yeah.
then they're like, "Fuck, we can't say this
Yeah.
because our wives will get angry, our mothers will get angry. So let's just run into the book of law. Let's say that God doesn't want you to pray because you are unclean,
yeah.
and then they can kick women out
I
of
wish
the
they would
fucking
have
temple.
they were taken a more emphatic route and say like reason why ladies are not allowed to pray when they're on a period is because they're in pain, and you can't focus when you're in pain.
If you give any guy,
You know?
religious or not, you tell them that, hey, do you want to live in the same room or house when a girl's on a period? Most of them will say no.
Yeah, because
Get
they're
them
in
another
pain.
room because they, I don't want to wake up middle of the night with her sitting on me with a knife and my chest and be like, you fucking bastard, you didn't do the laundry. I'm going to cut you out.
Yeah, because I want you to share my pain.
So yeah. So I think it's good that we do not share a room with a woman that's on a period.
Wait, what? Then how does that do with the mosque thing?
Yeah, I think they're doing the right thing actually.
Right.
Just that in the wrong kind of
No,
way.
this movies thing is totally different, right? If you were to look at it in another point of view, would you think that those fellas were actually looking at it saying that women should never be religious leaders?
Oh.
So they are only fit
To follow.
to be sexual objects for us, to be subservient, to be servants for us. And that is why the fellas came up with the
Gangbang.
gangbang thing.
It
It could be that I'm
could be
reading too much into it
a
or whatever. But
misconstruence of the way it was of the way they're being taught lah.
it could be a power play. It's like
Power play.
these religious, what they call themselves religious leaders.
Yes.
These women are only apt to be used in a gangbang.
Lim Wei Ming.
It could have I'm saying that it could be their thought behind or their idea behind even organizing or putting up such a poll.
Right. Yeah.
I'm not saying that they're justified in doing that.
Yeah.
It's tasteless.
So you're saying
Yeah,
it
it's
might be
tasteless,
it might be a it's like it's a protest in a way.
Yeah.
to open your eyes, and then right now you're like saying, see,
No, but I would say that
this
these
is what it takes
Mm.
to get your attention. When I take one of our teachers and put them, which one of them you want to put in a gangbang?
But
And
I would
then
say
you
that
take-
these guys are actually ballless because they didn't have the balls to put it up on Facebook or Twitter. They did it on a platform which I have never heard of before, and most of the
Same
world
here.
has never heard of
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
No, they kept it secret amongst themselves.
Yeah.
Because they know that they'll get into flack if it ever goes out into mainstream.
Well,
Yeah.
they
and
thought
it's
wrong.
good that actually someone brought it up into the mainstream, because it's quite a
But
Yeah,
then,
it's
true.
but then again,
yeah.
whatever that has come out of this, right, it's not reflective of the male society in Singapore.
No, of course not.
No.
Of course
It's
not.
reflective of a select group of people
Yeah,
who are repressed.
in the
and even
Muslim
then,
society in
a
Singapore.
very minority group of that minority.
of the
Yeah,
because most of these people don't actually know how to use technology.
no, just share it in a Telegram group chat, secret group chat, where you can set the timer to 1 hour, and then after an hour it deletes everything, and you're safe.
Yeah, that's one way of thinking. But then one of them would have just have a pang of conscience, guilty conscience, and then you post this like, see, this is what happens. My favorite teacher is put up there.
Yeah, but if
For
you
a
screenshot
gangbang.
on a Telegram group chat, everyone knows that you screenshot a Telegram group chat. However, if you have a second phone, you can actually take a photo of that Telegram group chat, and then you can post it online. But
So
I
much
mean, you got to
trouble.
trust who you bring into your Telegram group chat, lah. Let's just be honest.
Yeah, don't be the next Nasi Lemak people.
Yeah, and I think these guys just showed off too much. They're like, hey, look at this poll
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
I organized.
yeah.
Hey, fuck it up.
But I think we got
There's
but I think we got to agree that a belief system that represses people to such an extent, they need to find an outlet, right? They need to find an outlet for their fucking horniness, their fucking depravity, and they're taking it out on these platforms to be fucking fucking disgusting bitch. So I think
But it also brings into question many things, like what I said earlier on, right? Like the question I asked, like, were they actually protesting these women being called religious leaders in one way,
yeah,
in an extremely crude way,
yeah.
or are they non-religious people who just fetishize women in religious
I
leadership?
think they have to be. Oh wait,
I think they just want to see their hair. They just want to smell their hair. That's why.
I think they're just horny.
And I think and I think if more women go into the mosque without their headscarf, I think this men would be not as repressed.
No, I think if
Yeah.
more women
They
went,
just want to smell the perfume on their hair.
no, if more women went into the mosque without their headscarf,
Yeah.
I think the men's section of the mosque will be a little bit more slippery.
Right. They just come on the seats.
As I'm enjoying this bacon, the mosque. The people.
I've seen it. Because there's one right behind my workplace, and I've seen the I never knew about the segregation actually. I did not know. Obviously I'm very ignorant about most stuff, but I did not know it was a separate praying thing.
Yeah,
I did not know even in Singapore, males and females pray separately.
everywhere.
Wow. So that one's like, okay, how does that work? So, the female side seems a little bit smaller.
Most of the time.
size
Yeah.
wise, but I don't know how. I mean, I
That-
get you want to prevent. I guess the idea is to prevent distractions, but if it's that easy to distract you from your prayers, I guess you're not as
Pious.
pious as you think. My disagreement with most of the thing is that you try to get rid of temptation when you are supposed to be fighting it. You are supposed to be resisting it. And resisting temptation doesn't mean getting rid of it. It means in the face of it, you say no. I think that was the biggest test. I think in any religion is the same thing. In the face of sin, the ability to say no is the one that we cherish. The one that says, like, look, this is the temptation. You have this ability to steal this man's whatever, but you say no. Like, there's this roll of cheese right there. You can take it. But the ability for you to say no is the one that we cherish, not the fact that we remove the cheese away from your taking and have you say like I've never stolen before, because it was never there. Like the chance to steal was never present. You can't say you were never tempted to steal, so you can't say you were free from that sin. Everyone can say it, like everyone can claim to be innocent, but if you're never faced with that temptation and you never resisted it, can you truly say you faced it and you are clean of it? So for them, it's the same thing. Like you separate men and women and you claim to be pure, but the fact that if I remove that barrier and you suddenly have all these unclean thoughts and you commit all these heinous crimes, who are you going to blame it on? You're going to blame it on this, that, and this. You blame it on yourself. You were not able to resist that. You were not humane enough. You were not decent enough to claim that you are not as clean as you think. You don't fall back on your religion. You create these walls, and then you blame everything else when it falls apart.
Well, but isn't that more of a philosophical argument?
I guess
it's more of an argument where you're trying to like reach some form of consensus within religious thinking, where you're arguing the point of morality instead of like whatever that's going on right now.
I mean, okay, let's think of Mui's point of view. They say it's abhorrent behavior from that group.
Yeah.
Like how how can you do this and how can you do that? But then you have to ask, maybe dig deeper and that what these guys did. Yes, is abhorrent to your point of view. They are horny lads. Every other culture has it, but you're just singling them out like, oh, this shouldn't happen here. Like, no, we are not like that. But then you see these little things like they cut them apart and have this whole thing of wearing the tudongs, and then they expect that it shouldn't happen at all. Like this thought, like no, it shouldn't happen. Like
No.
why? What's your
No, but like that's already like going to the next level of things, right? Like the first level where Muiz comes out to say that this is abhorrent, misogynistic and everything, and then you get ministers like Josephine Teo and I think the Minister for Law and Home Affairs Shanmugam, I think he said something about it if I'm not wrong. And then you had President Halimah Yacob who came out and said that this should be investigated and everything. It's shocking or whatever. Like, at what point are they going to cross the line that this problem happened with it's something that has to be debated and questioned within the religious community of Islam in Singapore, or is it a wider societal problem? By just labeling it as misogynistic, it comes off as, these men are behaving in a manner where women can be sexualized, objectified in any manner that they want, and they're getting away with it. We can't allow that to happen. So are they actually putting, by they I'm talking about all these political figures that have put themselves out, are they actually talking about this in context, or are they putting it in another context, and are they generalizing? Are they trying to make this like a case for every Singaporean male?
From what I see, right? I see from the point of Muiz. Because I think there's one point in the article where they say that the guy who started this whole poll is actually a religious leader himself. He's done like studies and
apparently it was actually, the poll was published during the month of Ramadan.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So
So
I
it
think
was during the fasting month.
this just makes it even 10 times funnier.
Yeah.
Where and to a certain extent, I think I can see the pain of what Muiz is going from the viewpoint of a religious organization who wants to benefit its religious community and want them to live a better life. Yeah, I can see where it's where it's coming from. Where the guy who's like going up onto the pulpit giving a sermon, for example, like taking from a Christian perspective, right? Maybe a cell leader, church leader, Bible school teacher, and then and then you realize that person that you trust to lead young Christians or young people into the faith is actually a fucking pervert in the background. So yeah, to a certain extent, I can see that's why they're upset. That's why it became a big hoo-ha.
It is very
And
big.
it doesn't help that it fucking happened in the month of Ramadan. It's like over Easter Sunday, and then you realize that one of your church leaders has been creeping out of young chicks in the audience.
That's a lot more painful for Catholic people, because it just doesn't happen over the month of something. It happened over the whole period.
Yeah.
With all
for
the
the past
touching.
for the past 300 years.
With all the touching of the kids. So for us, we I think maybe that's where we can relate, like this perversion.
Yeah, so I think the whole outcry and the whole media scrutiny into this fucking poll, I get it. I kind of get it, right? Where they're like, oh, this guys shouldn't be leaders, shouldn't be doing this during the holy month. Yeah, I get it.
I mean, it's true. They shouldn't lah.
They shouldn't lah. But
we broke it down just now. It's like,
Yeah, but I think my main concern is that when this post article has been released into the public, the 10 girls on the poll have their face censored, and we can't tell who is the winner. We don't know, right?
We don't
like
know.
I want to judge the guys.
We don't know if they should really be there lah.
Yeah. Firstly, I can't judge the guys for picking the right woman that they want to gangbang. Right? I need to judge the taste, whether they have it right.
Yeah,
I need to respect them.
If you could see all the 10 women,
Yes.
then you would be able to say that, okay, I respect this guy's.
Exactly.
I know where he's going at.
Yeah.
I know what he's trying to do, but
Yeah.
it's a wrong place, wrong time, and everything.
Yeah, maybe one of the girls have a sideway whore look, when she's like peeking out from a side, like that slutty look that girls look at you just before they fuck you, from the corner of their eyes, they look at you and then give you like a slight wink. When you say like, hey, can I get you another drink? And then they look at you and say, no, I need to go home, and then they give you a wink at the,
I was doing my best. I was trying my level best to understand where you're going, where you're going with this whole shit, but I can't understand where you're going. It sounds like you are actually supportive of this poll and what the intentions
No, I'm just
the pollsters. But what I'm going to say right now
yes,
is I'm going to bring it back to reality.
I'm bringing the lobang to the Lord.
You can't win, bro. You can't win.
Right.
I'm actually a little bit sad for the Muslim community. You actually can't win.
Right.
Where you have people who are running such polls, and
Yeah.
then it's being rebranded into other things and all.
Yeah.
And then you've got an imam who was innocent in Malaysia.
Right.
He took a picture with 2 women, and then he's being chastised.
Oh, you look at the smile on his face. He
Yeah,
enjoyed the moment. He enjoyed the
he
moment.
had to smile.
Yeah. When
he
he
had to smile.
when he
He
goes
was
home into his
forced to.
hotel room.
He was forced to
He
smile.
was forced to smile out of the
No,
courtesy of being an imam.
Let's just be clear. When he goes back home to his wife, and then his wife's like, "What are you doing now? I'm going to take a shower. Can I join you?" No.
No, he has
I'm going to run a hot shower in the bathtub,
But
and
he
I'm
has
going to stay
this-
in there for 30 minutes.
he has that same smile when he says that.
That is what he's going to do.
That's the smile that God gave
Because
him.
Yeah.
And nothing could change
So
it.
I think just to wrap this up, I think what Muslims, Christians, Hindus, Buddhists, communities have to realize that all men are fucked up. All men are perverts.
No.
All men want to bang any living creature out there who's wearing a skirt if they're straight.
That's just
And whether or not they come out with a poll, they are doing polls in their mind, so you cannot stop that. And I think that that's just how it is.
You would have given yourself more credibility if you would have worded the sentence in this way, in
Yes.
this manner. Most men are horny,
Yes.
just like how most women are crazy.
Yes.
There are exceptions out there
Yeah.
where there are men who are impotent. They don't get turned on by anything, except for maybe jerking off with their cock stuck in barbed wire. There are men like that. There are women who would do crazy things to
Yeah.
men, or like emotionally blackmail people and
Yeah.
abuse children and all. Yeah.
Yeah.
But in this case,
Yeah.
It's not for us to say anything.
And that's why we need a lawyer to save this podcast so we don't get sued.
This is a matter for the Muslim community in Singapore
Yeah.
to debate,
Exactly.
to honestly debate,
Yeah.
to include everyone within the community,
Yeah.
I like to.
marginal people,
Yeah. But to be
people who are religious leaders, families, and all to come out and give their own point of view. You know why? It was interesting. There was some podcast that actually spoke about this, and one lady came on, some lady commented saying that why objectify these religious leaders, these good women, when there are Muslim girls, there are Malay girls out there who want to be objectified.
wow. We need to bring her on that podcast, on our podcast.
So,
We got to talk to her.
So-
We got to talk to her.
but
No, but to be honest, I think they really need to take action upon the guy who did this whole poll, because he shouldn't be a religious leader. If he is a religious leader, I don't think he should be a religious
So by
leader.
action, do you mean he should not be a religious leader anymore?
well,
Yeah, and he should be led into a pit in a stadium and then have his head stoned
I
in
want
with.
to ask you all this.
with
Like,
boulders.
what if this poll
Yes.
wasn't prefaced with the word gangbang? What if it was just
Best looking.
best looking?
Yeah, yeah.
What if it was which one you want to marry, which one you want to have your second concubine, like that?
Which
kind
one would you have as your mistress?
mistress and all
Yeah.
that? Like, was the issue just with the word gangbang?
Yes.
Was the issue that movies took out with this
Exactly.
only
I think it was a
So-
perfect storm. It was
Yeah.
like feminists, religious, like deep religious people and all.
was the issue
Yeah, it came
just with the vulgarity of
So
it?
I think it comes down to a PR standpoint.
Yeah.
It comes down to
So
the
y-
wording of the post, wording of the marketing
Correct.
kit that you're releasing out
So-
to the public.
What would you use? Like
Just-
in place of gangbang, what would you have used?
Nasties.
No.
Just like how the Nasi Padang store need to hire a better PR person.
Ritual. I think Ritual Cafe.
Yes.
Yes.
Or would you have phrased it in which of these women require multiple lovers, or like
Fucking Sean is always half a step behind. You know, Sean is like in a 3-piece band,
I'm
and then
just
he's playing
following.
instrument, and it's always a half a step behind. It's like, Sean, keep up.
I don't want to keep up. I want to create my own rhythm. No, but yes.
The
okay,
metronome is not working in his. headphones.
Yes,
Yeah.
but you almost had it there with the nasty things. Yeah, we wanted to move on, and I was reluctant to do so. So yeah,
No, but you did make you made your point eventually.
I made some point, which is the thing is like, what if we replace the word gangbang?
Yeah, you
something
know what?
else.
We can leave it up for our listeners. They can comment
Yeah.
in the Facebook comments, YouTube comments. What word do you think you can replace gangbang?
Wait, but it's misinterpretation. It's a misunderstanding, which results in the next one we want to cover. Just the misuse of words.
Yeah, because words exhibit no tone.
Correct, like something
Yeah.
along the lines of the one you want to lead us into. What if I wanted to sell my Nasi Padang as a healthier choice? You
Right.
would choose a different word. You were on.
I would choose healthier choice,
You would
Sean.
choose a healthier choice, but this cafe
Yes.
went a different
Wait,
route.
do we know the name of the cafe? Ritual Cafe.
Ritual Cafe.
Yeah,
Ritual
Ritual
Cafe,
Cafe.
went
Okay.
to sell
Public
their
knowledge, right? We can say it out
Public
there.
knowledge.
Yes, we
yeah.
can.
Okay.
Nasi Padang without the nasties.
Ooh, what do you mean
So,
by nasties?
Yes. So in that line, when you say something like Nasi Padang without the nasties, that already leaves, even without your explanation, people will like, the fuck you saying? What
Yeah.
do you mean?
What do you mean by nasties?
What's wrong with Nasi Padang?
Yeah.
What nasties you talking about? Is it the succulent chicken that's on it
Are you talking about the pubic hair that the Malay lady is cooking in?
that adds to the saltiness of it?
Yeah.
The Malay lady is cooking inside the pubic hair. You fucking retard.
Cooking with her pubic hair. Maybe she
get-
didn't wash her hands. I don't know.
To give it a little bit of a fluff.
Yeah.
a little bit of
Add a little spice.
fluff.
Add a little
No, you
spice.
just have to realize from the previous story, they're mostly covered up, so there's no hair actually showing.
Maybe-
They cover their hair, you numb fucking skull.
Yeah, because
So no, in this case, the
because they're pretty conservative, and by conservative I mean they don't shave. So maybe when they went to the bathroom and they did a
but
white.
they also hide their bush so you don't fucking see the hair. The hair doesn't
Yeah.
come out. So
Maybe
Let
they
him
wipe.
go. Let him go. Just let him go.
Maybe they wipe and then they forgot to wash their hands and then they went to cook fried chicken
More. Give us more.
and then one of the hairs in the. I think I got to cut it out lah. That sounds
No,
terrible.
no, it's
Lim
okay.
Wei
It's
Ming.
good because a Minang woman would agree with you.
that was a nice. That was good. That was good. Shit.
So
that was good.
so
Yeah, keep it in. Just for that bit, you have to keep it in. That was good.
The Ritual SG, which is this cafe in Singapore that touts itself
Sean,
as
Sean, read the post. Read the post.
as a fusion. So what Ritual SG said is recreating our favorites from scratch. No MSG, no additives, only using Himalayan salt. This was their description for the Nasi Padang they're selling. However, their marketing scheme was where is it? Available for delivery and pickup. The Ritual Nasi Padang, Nasi in quotation marks, without nasties. Eat guilt-free, really, plus have a taste of travel. That's their selling point. Then they go on to say the things I said before, which is this is Nasi Padang without MSG, additives, and only Himalayan salt. So they're trying to appeal to the more
People,
the
healthier.
more health conscious amongst us. However, as usual, people took issue with how they sold it, which is the part where they said Nasi Padang without nasties. So the current one we're talking about, this tweet, we'll just save it there. This tweet came out and said, could someone explain to me what Nasi Padang without nasties is? As a Minang woman, I really want to know. So someone really took offense,
Yeah.
and it went on. So MSG is not even in Minang cuisine in the first place. And this is an insult to Minang and Malay aunties who struggle to sell to earn a living. So she's assuming on behalf of all the Minang and Malay aunties out there,
Or whoever sells Nasi
whoever
Padang,
is selling,
that they
sells
do
nas-
not
that
add
they-
MSG.
That they do not add MSG, and whatever these people are saying, no, I take offense of that. And the whole thing is that these people, as Josiah said, is just poor marketing. They poorly phrase some stuff.
Sean, don't agree with me.
Oh yeah, it makes you
Yeah,
uncomfortable. I
It
know.
makes me uncomfortable when
Yeah.
someone agrees
No,
with
it's
me.
alright.
No, but yeah,
alright.
it's like it's
Yeah.
poor marketing on their part, and usually healthy
I want to be
stuff
punished for my poor views in life.
and usually healthy stuff tastes like shit. So
Right.
the thing is, I never tasted this. Oh, if I have the chance to one day taste it, if they want to sponsor it, I'm up for it. Thing is that they just phrased it poorly. But
Right.
for someone to just jump on it out of it, can't
Okay.
take issue with that. Also.
Number one, I don't think they phrase it poorly.
Is it? No, I mean, okay,
Nasi
the
Padang
nasties
without
part.
the nasties.
Right.
NAS. It's part of nasi, right?
Yeah,
Without
they
the
were
I.
trying to be
You see it as a
clever.
pun. You see it as a pun.
I see it as a pun, right?
See it as a pun.
They're
Okay.
trying to be creative
Fair.
in whichever way they thought they were being creative. It's
Mm.
all right. And then they did mention that by nasties they mean that they don't add MSG
Right.
and they only use Himalayan sea salt, as what Sean read out earlier,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And if they claim that as to be like the healthier version, so be it.
Yeah.
To call them out on, hey, that is not really healthy. What kind of meat do you use? What kind of rice do you use? Are you using the highest quality of ingredients to be charging $21 for this or whatever fuck amount, which
Yeah.
was quite exorbitant? That would be valid criticism.
Yeah. Fair.
To just say that I take offense to this because I am from the original group of people that invented this dish and have been producing this dish and somewhat monopolized the sale of this dish,
Yeah.
I take offense that you're trying to appropriate my culture. As you read through the tweet,
Yeah.
because this was actually like the person took linked the Instagram post and put it on Twitter
Yeah.
and said that I am a person of Minang origin and this is appropriating my culture. Eventually the person said that.
And Minang is a place in Indonesia, right?
Indonesia,
it's a state. And supposedly Nasi Padang originate from Minang, Indonesia.
Yeah.
But here's the thing with food though. Food has always been appropriated. You
Of
know,
course.
when people travel to a different city, to a different country, they bring along spices,
Yeah.
different flavors from their own culture, and then they mix in with the current flavors of that land. And then that's how we get different food that tastes uniquely different from any other.
That's right.
Yeah. Like London, for example, like even Singaporean food in London tastes different from Singaporean food in
Yeah.
Singapore. Yeah, and
Yeah.
you can argue whether which one's the authentic ones, but you have stores and cafes in London that has been around for over 20 years. You know, that who the founders are Singaporeans who migrated to London, and they're business owners. They want to set up their own shop, and then they cater the food to the local tasters in London to make money. Sure, yeah, but you can argue like, oh, that's not an authentic taste, or fuck them. Yeah, whatsoever. But I mean, I think that's how that's the beauty of food, right?
Like, what do people even mean by authentic?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Like, are you saying that the restaurant or the store or whatever, the pop-up store or the roadside food cart,
Yeah,
are they importing fucking ingredients from the country of origin? Are they importing ingredients, the chicken, the whatever spices or vegetables or herbs and all from Singapore? Are they air flying it over and are they cooking the dish? And then you are saying that, oh yeah, okay, now it's authentic. It doesn't make sense. Like Nasi Padang itself has been appropriated in many fucking ways.
yeah. And it's also very subjective, right? Because for a New Yorker who grew up in New York, say, and then who goes to this Italian restaurant that makes the best pizza in New York City, they can say like, this is the authentic Italian pizza. But then if you fly to fucking Rome or Milan, and then you go to a pizza shop,
like Napoli or Sicily or whatever.
a Napoli, yeah, and then they can trace the generations, like 7 generations.
No,
back.
they eat a pizza from New York City and they're like, this is trash.
Exactly. So what is authentic, right? What is unique? I guess it's very subjective to if you grew up in that city, you will find whatever that you grew up with to be the authentic food
To you.
to you. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
No, and what these people have done is just cook a version of a dish that they deem healthier. And that was it. That was it. There was nothing else about it. They were trying to market something that they felt would make them money. It'll be tasty for people. You'll get your fucking carbs, you'll get your protein,
yeah,
and then you don't have excessive shit, you don't have MSG and all. Okay, that's fine.
yeah.
That's fine. But to just call into question, oh, how are you appropriating my culture? Food is culture, yes, but food has always been
Bastardized, if you can
Yeah.
use the word bastardized.
yeah.
Yeah.
It has always been taken up and it has always been modified, fusion, whatever fuck shit you can say,
yeah,
right? How many like chicken rice? There are Muslim like Malay stalls selling chicken rice. Is it authentic? No, it's not.
yeah,
Because it's not cooked the same way.
yeah.
It's cooked in a way that it's catering towards the Malay Muslim sensibility in Singapore, Malaysia, wherever. You don't see Malay people eating Chinese chicken rice
Yeah,
unless it's halal, right?
true. And
Yeah.
usually if it's halal, that means it doesn't taste as good. From my perspective.
I agree with that. I agree with that. I agree with that. And it's the same thing. Like there are like Muslim halal varieties of seafood restaurants
True.
which cook the exact same menu as like a Chinese seafood restaurant. Hokkien mee, like steamed fish, fried fish, whatever, like the whole fish.
Yeah.
All the variety just without the pork and like the dishes that you wouldn't be able to sell at a Muslim restaurant.
Yeah.
Everything cooked.
And you can
In a
argue
halal
that
way.
does it taste better? Probably not to your taste if you grew up eating non-halal seafood and all that shit. Yeah, but if you take a step back and then you realize that what the fuck are they doing? they're trying to target a market that wants to eat seafood, but they are Muslims and they can't do it, and they want to target that group by being a halal store.
Yeah.
They just want to make money.
Same thing with bak kut teh. You have people eating chicken bak kut teh.
No, but they did. You see,
And the whole reason why there's chicken bak kut teh is because people can't eat
pork.
Pork bak kut teh.
So they're like, okay, let's
But they
recreate it
want-
with
yeah.
chicken.
I would
So
never eat chicken bak kut teh. It's fucking
No, I
ridiculous.
think, but
Yeah.
your
But
mention,
that's me, right?
but your
Yeah.
mention, right? Healthy stuff doesn't taste as good, correct?
Not really.
No, that's not what we're talking about.
No.
Yeah.
As in the word, when you use the word healthy in front of your food.
No,
you
but
are-
it's
you- that doesn't-
technically right. These
that's-
people did not actually say
Yeah,
anything
that's-
healthy.
that's
The
the
only
thing.
thing they said was
That's the
MSG
thing.
lah.
I
Yeah.
think that's what they wanted to sell it as. They wanted to sell it as a healthier version of Nasi Padang. But there's this image in your head. Honestly, okay, not you guys, me. When anything is sold as healthy, it doesn't taste as good. Like I go out and say healthy char kway teow. Fucking, I think it doesn't.
I've not ever heard of.
Nobody sells it that way.
Yeah.
But if someone were to tell you I'm selling healthy char kway teow, you're like fuck off. You know, like no, I don't want your char. I want char kway teow. I don't want your
Yeah.
healthy. If this,
It's
this
like healthy
if-
Mac spicy.
Correct. So if the Ritual SG came out with
Yeah.
like, we want to sell you a healthy nasi, which is what they wanted to do.
Yeah.
They realized if I were to sell it as healthy Nasi Padang, no one would come. No one would eat my Nasi Padang because they only see the word healthy and they're like, why? I got nice Nasi Padang on there. Why would I eat your Nasi Padang? So they thought they would be crafty with Nasi Padang without the you also nasty, you know, like clever little pun with nasty. So that's what they went by. It once again overly sensitive. Social media people was like, what do you mean? What no Nasi Padang? What nasty? People immediately jump to the part like, why are you saying my whole culture is nasty? See, that's what they jumped into.
Yeah.
So now that's the thing we are at. That's the thing that's popular, to jump to conclusion. Like everything is like a attack on my culture, me, my
It went
race.
from rice to cultural appropriation
Yeah.
like real quick. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So how is it going from I just want to sell healthy Nasi Padang to
Yeah.
attacking your entire culture?
you know,
That is just a single person's interpretation of it, brought out of context, but made popular because of social media.
yeah. And you know, I kind of get where they're going from, and I kind of respect their stance in wanting to shit post, if you can say, their competitors. But where I lost respect is after the backlash,
And then
Yeah.
they
and then they
apologise.
went on Instagram and they fucking apologized.
That's because of money. Because of the greed, they realized, oh shit, social media will affect me, affect my sales. They don't care. None of them care.
You know, if they didn't apologize and if they came out with a post saying "fuck off," I would have bought all
Yeah,
of us
Nasi
Nasi
Padang,
Padang
yeah.
from them.
Yes, we would actually do a post where we're at Ritual Cafe,
Yeah.
and then we'll record ourselves eating nasi padang.
Correct. No, the thing is that the thing about the apology is that we know they don't care. We know you do not care about them, because if you did,
Wait, hang
even
on.
if you did,
They care about the brand though.
they care about the brand, but
Yes.
the thing is that they do not care per se of this person's view.
No.
Because
Yeah.
if they did, I mean, it wouldn't like sort of like happen in a sense lah. They do not actually care about this person's view. It's because there's a backlash. If it's just one person, they will actually take your stance and fuck off. If you don't eat, don't come. But it's because of the backlash, you know, like, oh shit, could affect our sales. That's why they apologize. That's
Yeah.
the only reason. And even the apology, I think some people took offense with it. Like, oh no,
Yeah, some
the-
people actually said that, oh, this is not sincere
Yeah,
and all
so-
that kind of shit.
So,
You know,
I understand where you're going, but like with
yeah.
the lack of respect. Like, if they did not apologize, we will respect them a
No,
little
I-
bit more. Like, they
I
will
think
say-
we're living in a society where everyone apologizes for everything, and I think that they would
It's 'cause money.
garner more respect if they just come out and say, "Hey,
Hey,
fuckheads."
Fucking Malays make biryani and it's not even biryani.
Exactly.
Do you hear Indians actually coming out and saying that, hey, you have appropriated our culture?
No, they don't.
No.
As
You know
long as
why?
it's nice.
Because they're minorities as well.
No, because the dish is not even Indian.
What, biryani?
No, yeah, it's an Arabic fucking creation where the Arabs were traveling in the desert and all.
So in a sense,
So they used to fucking put meat and rice and everything put together
With spices as
yeah,
well,
and
right?
spices and
To
they cook it
preserve it,
together. Yeah.
So it's not
by the time
actually Indian.
like,
It's not stuff.
yeah, but then it got honed and like eventually it was like shaped into the dish that it's now with different versions of it
Right.
depending on where in India you're from or whatever.
Yeah.
Or now even Singapore, Malaysia and all. It's different.
Right.
But no one goes out and say that I am the arbiter of biryani. I
Yeah.
control and I say what is biryani. It doesn't happen that way,
Yeah.
right? And I think if people are trying to like hold on to like food, music, clothing, and to say that this belongs to my group of people and no one else can do anything or
and
wear
screw
it
and
or
screw you if
Yeah.
if it belongs to my people and it doesn't look like it looks like crap. Because honestly, in the Twitter post, the reply to it was a picture of this is Nasi Padang. Look at that.
that is horrible.
That is horrible. Like,
Dude,
if you could,
this is actually better than some that I saw.
yeah, no, that this.
There was one I saw. I was like, "Fuck, man, this looks like shit."
So this.
No,
it-
so can I just say this? Like, why the majority of people suffering from diabetes come
Yeah.
from a certain community is because they fucking eat nasi padang every day.
yeah,
And this is backed up by science, backed up by stats,
stats. Yeah,
which my girlfriend has.
you-
and another thing.
use this
another
picture if you can. I mean, look at
Dude,
that.
okay,
Fucking looks like shit.
I'm going to like double down on this.
Yes. Do it.
Yesterday I had nasi padang. All right, and it was one of the worst meals I've had this year.
Right.
It was horrible. It was fucking horrible. And for that, whoever that person, the lady who posted on Twitter saying that, oh, as a Minang woman and all, we don't use MSG. Fuck off. You should have used some MSG.
Because it's tasteless.
It was fucking horrible. It was salty. The chicken was cooked to fuck. The chicken breast
Yeah.
was totally fucking hard as a rock.
Where is this place so that we cannot visit this place?
It's called Noor Ilam. And it was like catered.
Oh, catered shit lah.
Yeah,
Okay,
and it was
okay.
horrible. I was
Yeah.
like,
For those who are listening, no Ilam?
Noor Ilham.
No Ilam, no Ilam. Do not order from them. Yeah. Just give them the middle finger.
It was utter crap. So like that was the ironical part. Like this lady is like, hey, if you're cooking at home, you
Yeah.
cook at home, you can control everything lah. No MSG, salt right amount, meat highest quality,
Yeah.
rice highest quality, coconut milk you fucking squeeze by your own self.
Yeah. No, even the
Like everything you can do at home from scratch, right, and have it at the highest quality, okay. No one's going to argue with it.
Yeah.
When you're talking about a fucking restaurant or a stall, a business, businesses tend to cut corners.
True.
How are you the guarantee that every business in Singapore that is selling Nasi Padang has the highest fucking quality
No
that
one knows.
you
Yeah.
prescribe to?
Yeah.
That you have in your own mind that, oh, Nasi Padang is of such a high caliber or whatever, like that you have in your mind. No. There are people who are going to put MSG into their food.
Yeah.
There are people who are going to cut corners. People who are going to water down their coconut milk. People who are going to put excessive oil, sugar, whatever fuck that they deem that
Yeah.
would help their business grow or sell the most amount of food.
Yeah.
You have no fucking clue what is going on. You just want to be a fucking SJW lady. And this goes to my point. Women are usually illogical, irrational,
Yes.
and wrong.
And before any of you unsubscribe from our podcast, we just want to say that we actually checked the comments, and 95% of the comments, 95% of the people who have negative comments are actually women. So this just drives home the point that women are irrational, illogical, and they don't. And Devon is back in.
And you had men trying to actually give logical answers to them.
Yeah,
And their replies were all illogical.
exactly. And I would. It's fair to say that most of the men
he
might actually be women in disguise.
he ignored his bladder to just come back and say,
Yeah. He actually hold back the piss and just come in to have the
he
last
might
word.
have been unsuccessful. Maybe a little bit came out like it's like this is
Yeah.
worth it.
Not that we want to know, but okay. So should we move on to the next next
We
next
can,
topic?
we
Yeah.
can. I mean, the last thing is that this lady just this one person broke this whole thing out of context to me lah. Not context. It's just one person's unhappiness with this thing and then spilling over to everyone that agree with that narrative. Like it was an attack on their culture, saying that how can you say Nasi Padang is unhealthy as a whole?
Yeah.
But in truth is, she was saying that there are lots of research research saying that how people unfairly classify normal dishes as unhealthy. True, but is it really unfair? It's like, is our chicken rice really very healthy? Again, what we disagree about this is just one person, saying something and attacking that one portion and blowing it up.
Yeah.
And then businesses crumbling to it because of the power of social media.
But do you know what's unhealthy, Sean?
What?
Do you know that what's unhealthy is that on your wedding day,
Yes.
you take a photo with the person that you love the most.
Mm-hmm.
That if the world were to end,
Mm-hmm.
right, you would want to be with that person to the end of days.
Correct.
So you have that photo with the person that you love.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're walking down the street one day, you're going back home from at the market,
Yep.
and then you walk past a neighborhood, the neighborhood that you lived in.
Yep.
And then there's this, it's the end of Hari Raya.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'm happy.
And
I mean,
you
that's
see
this, I
you see
guess.
this stage being set up,
Yep.
right? That celebrates Hari Raya.
Hey, that's my wife.
Yeah, no,
Hey,
and
Chibai, that's me.
so and on that stage you see there's these two these two cutout figures. Then you're like, oh, that's nice. They're celebrating Muslim culture.
Did you add a part that the couple they were walking home after having Nasi Padang?
Yes, they're walking.
After having Nasi Padang, oh shit.
They're walking home after having the worst Nasi Padang of their
Ever
life
in their life, and then
from Ritual Cafe.
No, let's not
No,
attack
no,
Ritual
no.
Cafe.
from a normal cafe,
Yeah,
from a
From
normal
an
place.
authentic Minang lady.
The MSG was
Yeah,
not
it's
agreeing with
subjective,
them.
it's
Yeah,
subjective.
subjective.
And as they're walking home, they realize that on the stage there's this two cutout figures, and then they walk closer. It's like, they look so interestingly familiar. The dress that they're wearing is exactly the same clothes as we wore on our wedding day, but I can't see the faces on them because it's being cut out. And you see like fucking Chinese, Indian, Pinoy, Indonesian, Caucasian, men and women going up into the cutout, putting their face in there, and then having their loved ones taking a picture of it. And that's when you realize People's Association took that photo, decided to blow it up into a cutout, put it on the stage without your permission, and then have strangers take photo with it.
And then it came to my initial reaction. Hey, Chibai, that's my wife. And that's me. Hey, fuck. What the fuck? You're like, I didn't know we were celebrities. Wait, hello?
You add something else to that. At the extreme end of the fucking stage is the MP's face.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck is happening?
I did not know him. He was not at my wedding. So fuck this.
Exactly.
I think what they took issue with was that he wasn't even at our wedding and he dare use our picture.
Yeah. He
This-
didn't come to our wedding. He
this
didn't
would-
give us ampao.
Correct. This would be the same thing if I use his picture and put him in our wedding photo and say like, hey, the MP came down specifically for
Our
us.
wedding photo.
Their wedding photos. Their wedding photo and say like, hey, the MP came down.
For a moment, I
took-
thought we were going to get married.
No,
No.
ours cannot. Yeah, not allowed in Singapore. No, that's the thing. It's like, oh shit. So on the reverse end, if it was to be the other way, I wonder if the MP would have taken up issue with that. Because right now I don't know what powers they have to take it down. I think the PA actually apologized to them, right?
Okay. So now let's look at it this way. Look at this. Do you think an apology from the People's Association?
Not enough. I'll tell you right now, not enough.
Oh.
An apology is not enough because they took
Did
unless
did the MP apologize?
no, the thing is that what gave them the impression that they could use that cutout? What was it? Because when this couple got married, they used PAPs. Like, was that cutout funded by the government? If not, then they have no control over that.
Yeah, I
What-
actually
what-
don't know.
like,
but
what's going on? Like, how
Yeah.
can they use a cutout of people without like with me not knowing anything? What is the premise for using a citizen's picture, privately owned? I would assume. As your
yes.
your
Yeah.
background, like what could be your valid reason? Like, what is it? The only way I can think of is that those two were associated with your company and they already had an agreement beforehand that you can use their image, like every other image out there. Is it because it's
You see,
publicly available?
yeah,
If that's the case, I want to use it.
No,
You know,
that's a valid.
Use them as a
valid train of thought, and that brings me like, I would then think. There will be multiple questions that I would bring up. I would think that, wait, did the couple actually like allow their pictures to be used by the company or the agent who took the photographs? Did they allow that company to say that, can we use these photographs for our company promotion or anything like that?
Yeah.
So if they did, and if the company actually sold those images
Then it's
to the PA or to any other in some other avenue, they actually made money out of it, and they were like, yeah, these pictures are you can use them publicly in any manner you want. If that happened, then it would make sense that the PA they got hold of the picture, and they're like, yeah, okay, let's use this. But if that and that's a long stretch lah. That's us like fucking imagining things.
Yeah.
But if that didn't happen and the PA just somehow got hold of the picture somehow, and then they were like, okay lah, just cut the face off and then we can use.
Dude, that's what they did. No, that is
Yeah,
the worst
that's
part.
literally what they did.
If
But
they put the pictures out there, right,
Yeah.
with the face intact, I think the couple will be like, oh, I'm honored. Like, they wanted users to represent the Malay community, and I was like, okay, fine. They would just say like, hey, next time tell us before you use lah. We don't want to be popular, ma. They had their cutouts, and they cut out the face, so other people can put their face where their face.
It's like fucking Disney World,
yeah,
basically.
what is this, a fun fair?
It's a
Yeah.
disrespect. Like, come on, man. You only want us for our traditional attire, but you don't want our face.
Yeah.
Like,
what?
what?
No, but if you're gonna use it, then you should actually technically pay them or
The minimum that they could do is to inform the couple that, hey, can we use your
cut
wedding
out.
photo?
Cut
Just
Yeah,
ask.
But they
You know?
should have been paid.
No,
Yeah.
okay, like taking money aside, the fact that they didn't even seek permission.
Yeah.
And
That's like, what the fuck?
And I
They
think
didn't even ask. They just take this photo off the internet and say, yeah, that's just this couple.
could their reasoning be with, if we cut their face, can already lah.
Yeah.
No one would know. What.
I
That's
mean,
like,
I mean, this
the couple knew. It's like that's. my
this
most
just shows
precious
who
thing.
the fuck is working in People's Association.
Oh, People's
Yeah.
Association.
Are they dumb fucks, retards, autistic cunts? No
power
one knows.
hungry. Just,
No one knows. Like,
just power mad. Like, we
Yeah.
can do whatever the fuck we want. Take your picture, cut out your face.
Yeah, and the minister's face was, or the member of parliament's face was there. Like,
Yeah.
holy shit.
We can easily turn
Did
it
the
around.
member of parliament come out to like apologize?
I think they might.
I
have.
think might be.
No,
yeah.
but I could easily turn it on them. Saying like, what if we took
and
a members of parliament's picture, cut out their face, and then put it one place, and
Yeah.
put
Yeah.
the speaker's corner.
And put your cock through it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because
Yeah.
he's a dickhead. Like that kind of shit. It's like that kind of nonsense. What will happen? We get sued. We get probably thrown into jail at worst.
the least is a fine. The least is a fine.
At least is a fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how is that not the other way around? What are they getting? They should be compensated.
And to be
This-
fair, the woman is Miss Sarah, if I'm not wrong, and she's a humanitarian.
Every episode, we are finding another word that he cannot pronounce.
Humanitarian.
Yeah.
Humanitarian. She's a communications. She's in the communications department of. The communication. Yeah. So the communication specialist for an international humanitarian aid
yeah.
organization, said in a letter to the authorities. Yeah. So she's been doing good stuff. She's saving African children. She's saving Colombian widows.
No, she's not
From
literally
the
saving
famine.
them.
But she's helping them
She's
to
not.
a
she's
certain
not.
extent.
She's not.
She is actually putting food into the mouths of starving kids.
No, that she's not.
So Miss Sarah is a hero and
And my
PA
guess
is the villain.
my guess is PA was playing the whole ignorance card.
No, and the whole article, they did not give you any detail about what PA actually said to the couple? How did they apologize? Did they actually say how did they come upon the
It didn't state in the article,
nothing?
yeah.
No details
Yeah.
whatsoever.
But I think that's quite recent, right? Was that quite recent or a month ago? It's end of Ramadan, right?
If I am not wrong, it's end
Yeah.
of.
So I think we might have to wait for a bit to see what or maybe they just didn't choose to disclose their
yeah, but then
apology.
it's fucking lazy reporting right there.
That's Channel News Asia for you.
Yeah.
We need mothership. We need mothership.
If it was mothership, we get more honest opinions. Like,
We need more juice. More juice
No,
for mothership.
no, that's the state of journalism in Singapore.
Yeah. Mainstream journalism lah. Meaning Channel News Asia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need more of TOC lah.
Yeah. Or mothership or the new paper.
You see the
Is new paper defunct or is it still
it's
wrong?
defunct. You see the TOC has not just laid down for the government.
Sorry.
Right.
They got issued with the POFMA and they were like, no, we're
PA,
not going to retract.
Oh shit.
PA is blaming the vendor. PA is blaming the vendor completely.
As usual.
Who's PA? What?
PA.
People's Association.
Blaming the vendor. The vendor came up with the concept and design of the decoration. Unfortunately, in doing so, they downloaded and used Miss Sarah's photo and online source, and then use it for a cutout standee.
No, hang on. So usually when what happens in this kind of shit, right, is that same with media as well. Like for example, if you're a production company that's been hired by MediaCorp, and if you use music, images, graphics, whatever shit that goes into your final final video, you have to show license
There you
Yeah.
go.
for whatever that you're using. They have to check. So there's no way that PA has not checked this kind of shit. There's just no
They
way.
didn't care.
Oh,
They
but
didn't care.
I
No,
can-
so they left it up to the vendor.
Anecdotally, I can tell you that PA is horrible with all these kind of things.
Right.
You just have to get enough like accounts from people who deal with community clubs.
So basically, just take for granted lah.
Yep.
It is. It
They-
is.
Yep.
It is.
They-
Because
they just take
right,
for
they're like,
granted,
there's no way that this is going to reach a large amount of audience.
Right.
And people are not going to like pick up on this, so we will get away with this.
Yeah. So basically, they're just a bunch of useless scumbags.
They are.
Yeah. Who on the pretense want to build stronger community bonds, but when this kind of shit happens, they just drive people away.
Yeah.
And
Well,
they
and
see
blaming
them for
on
what
other
it is.
people. Just blaming
Yeah.
on the vendors. Like, oh shit, the vendors are the ones. They assured us of all this kind of, but all that thing. So
Yeah.
what they're saying is that everything you just said before, the vendor was supposed to take care of, not them.
So let us be clear that the Lords of Lobang, in this episode, you might feel that we are a bit I won't say negative, but a bit abrasive in our episode. But don't worry,
No,
in
but-
the near future, we're going to invite someone of that race to come in.
No, but
To
the
guest
thing
a
is that
podcast.
we have ended the episode.
Run it.
We have ended the episode on
Yeah.
a topic that actually shows or actually gives our support to the affected Malay couple.
Yes, that's true. That's
We
true.
need to be
Yeah,
represented.
the last one supports the people.
The people,
Yeah,
right?
people, yeah.
The first two shows that they are wrong.
He's just taking the piss. Is the said guest, does she listen to our podcast?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so when the it's going to be interesting when the said guests come in because then
We might have a spike in viewership.
we might have a spike in viewership and also we might not be able to hold it in the studio. We might need to get rid of the bed.
Oh.
Yeah.
For safety reasons.
For safety reasons.
Yeah, I can understand that one.
Yeah.
On that note,
On that.
because we've run quite over our timing, but still, once again to everyone that listen in, please do not take the PA's word for granted. Those
Actually-
fucking bastards.
Actually, that's a good point. Do not take anyone's word for anything,
Including ours.
including
yeah,
ours.
sure.
Yeah.
Don't take hours for a sec.
Do your own research.
Yeah.
And please, like on the back of the Nasi Padang thing, fuck, it's a food. You like it, eat it. Don't like it, don't eat it. Stop making it about culture and everything else. It's sick. It's sickening. It's honestly sickening. I have enough of people who are trying to make themselves feel morally outright and find a cause to fight for that no one asked.
Hey, I've eaten
Nobody
better
asked for
Chinese nasi lemak than Malay nasi lemak. So
That is
So
true.
no one
And-
asked for it. Nobody asked for it. You know,
and can I urge all listeners, to the 25 people who are listening to us, please visit Ritual Cafe, and when you
Yes.
order a plate of nasi padang,
Ask
please
for no
ask-
nasty.
no, ask for MSG.
Yes.
Because
Oh.
then, and then they look at you suspiciously, like, yeah, this tastes like shit. It's bland. I want some fucking taste in this.
let's not say that. Let's go down to Ritual.
And then we should film it for the Patreon.
Yeah.
Alright.
If it's good, it's good. If it's
If
bad,
it's
we're
good.
going to say it's bad.
Yes.
Pretty sure it's going to be bad.
Because we're
Yeah.
not going to be paid by them, and they're not going to control us. We're going to give you the
Well,
most
it
honest
depends.
thing.
When in the next couple of months, when we come out and say that Ritual Cafe is the best cafe in Singapore serving nasi padang, you know that they sponsored us
Yeah.
and they
Yeah.
give us money.
And lunch for like a few months. Yes. And on that note,
Ciao, guys. Ciao.